Good morning everyone, it's Jeanette here, Enthusiastic Gardener. We are now officially in autumn. Autumn has arrived. And today, what I'm going to be doing is planting up this border which I cleared a couple of weeks ago. You may remember this one over here, which needs a little bit of pizzazz. Yes, this border behind me needs a little bit of oomph, I think. And although I don't quite mind it looking bare, because we've got some nice structure there. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, which I have some footage still on my phone, which I can show you, how overcrowded this area was? You can see there was stuff everywhere. And we cleared it, and now it's ready for some plants, and I've bought some beauties. But as you may have noticed in the title to this video, I have bought one mistake as well, which I'll show you. And I'll show you first of all, so that you're not waiting on tenterhooks, of what my mistake might be and what I'm going to do about it, because I have a solution which I think is perfect solution for my garden. And yes, so let me show you. Well, first of all, I have been focusing this year, which I haven't done before in previous years, but I've been focusing on planting perennials for late summer, autumn interest, which I never had. I'm one of those gardeners who rushes out in spring all excited and just plants for spring. It looks beautiful. Summer comes, everything's a struggle, and then it just fades off into autumn and winter. But no, I wanted some summer colour, so I've been adding some beauties, which I'm so pleased I've done. We have some Rebecchias, we have Echinaceas, we have Verbenas. Well, that's it really, but a mixture of those and a mixture of colours. And I think that this area in the circle and just around over there is looking really beautiful. So I want to continue the theme along here, even though they will disappear over the winter and they won't come again until next year, but I know that they're there and hopefully they'll all come back. So let me show you what I've bought. First, as promised, this is my mistake, which I thought, oh, this looks beautiful. Look at those stunning colours. It's called a Houttynia. I think that's how you pronounce it, and sometimes it's known as the Chamaeleon Plant. Beautiful colours, reds and yellows and lime greens and everything. Isn't that marvellous? Well, as always, what I always do is look on Google and YouTube to research the plant, what does it like, etc, etc. And lo and behold, what did I find? But video upon video of people trying to get rid of this plant because it is a thug. Apparently it has rhizomes and it spreads everywhere. People are digging this up from their gardens. It can take years to get rid of it. They'll get little shoots far away in the distance, new ones come up, and I thought, oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done? But it looks so pretty, but I do not want that in my garden. And so what I've decided is I'm going to plant this in my purple container over there, because there's been nothing in my purple container all year. Do whatever it likes, and if it gets big and lush and wonderful, it can only be contained in my container. It's so pretty. You could see why I was attracted to it. So that is the disastrous mistake, but we have a solution. Back to this border, you can see one thing I've done is, do you remember that I had the olive tree was in the bottomless pot? Well, I've put it in the ground. I think that looks so much better. I had one comment from one of you saying, I think it would look better in a terracotta pot, and I thought, you know, it would look better in no pot at all. But I was thinking it would be so stuck in there that I would have to cut it out. But it just slid out. I was so surprised. So I think that's a great improvement. We have a Phormium brown sugar here. Love that. That's evergreen. These are basically the things that will stay evergreen. The Fatsia japonica. We have the Taxus baccatas, 2 of those, they're yews. And then we have the rather trimmed down Pinus Vanderwolf's Pyramid. We have a Schneewittchen rose over the back. Obviously that will go bare in the winter. This is another yew. And then we have a bay tree. The other thing I've done is I've pushed that rock back slightly, which has my little hedgehog on. You may remember I put 3 markers here, one there, that there, and then one there, and then there's another there. And they are to remind me that in the late winter, early spring, I'm going to divide these Sedum Autumn Joy, which are just beautiful. So I have 3, I have one there, and I have another one over there, and literally going to cut them in half. When they've disappeared into the ground, I'll be able to do that. And then I'm going to put 3 clumps in those spots there. The other thing that's going to be permanent is the fountain, which the fountain's been removed to have a look at. So this is going to be my marker for the fountain, and I think the fountain will go round about there. I've already planted tulips. Now these little sticks here are where the tulips are. So I shouldn't have planted the tulips yet, actually. I should have done that afterwards, but of course I didn't. Let me show you the rest of the plants. First of all, I thought we need some red. We definitely need a little bit of red in this border. So I try to do all the colours, the red, the blue, the green and the yellow. Well, we have yellow a little bit in the Formium, and yeah, obviously we have green, and then we have blue in the Vanderwolf's Pyramid. That's got blue tinges. So we need some red. So this is what I have for that idea. First of all, I have this Berberis, Thunbergii, a fireball, and you can't get much redder than that. Beautiful, grows 30 to 40 centimetres tall, like sun or part sun. That's it. Isn't that beautiful? So that is going to go here in front of the rock, so I think it will stand out lovely. And then the other red, this is a little bit of a gamble. I think it goes down to about -5 Celsius. It's a Loropetalum, Chinese black pearl. This one is a compact and it's evergreen. So that should look beautiful and lovely colour. I think I'm going to put this one round about here. I might move them round in a minute. Then either side of my Sedum Autumn Joys, which will be there next year, we have this, an Agastaki, I don't know how to say it, and this is beautiful. So this is a perennial, and I think it's probably almost finishing flowering, this one, but that's lovely. And I'm going to put them in between my new Sedum Autumn Joys. So we'll have one here, and then we've got its sister. It already has bees on it, bless. This one can go here. Lovely. Then we have another layer. Because I keep buying these, don't I? These are Rebecca's and they're little gold stars, and I love them so much. You can see I have them already dotted around in the garden and love them. So they are going to go somewhere right there. And then another one maybe here. Then we have a Persian blue nepeta. Never had nepeta, but I see it on other people's garden channels. Cat mint. I hope that doesn't mean we have a lot of cats in the garden. Persian blue. This is full sun or part shade, 40 to 50 centimetres high. Very nice. And I think that will go here. Ish. Then I have 3 more sedums. These aren't the autumn joy. These are called Matrona darker form. They haven't yet started to flower. I don't know if you can see the very, very start of it. So I have 3 of those. One here. These are the same. Well, it has the same name, but they look rather different. I'm guessing this one's a little bit ahead of this one, but they are the same. And then I think I'll put this one here, and where was I going to put the other one? That one there, that's tulips. I'm trying to avoid digging out the tulips, although it wouldn't be difficult to do. And maybe move that along a bit. There. Finally, I used to have one of these over in the corner. It grew so big and leggy, I actually took it out, but I miss the blue colour. It's a Ceratostigma plumbaginoides, and it grows 45 centimetres high and 30 centimetres wide. Very beautiful, and I think I'm going to put this here. So that's it. That's a little bit of more of a close-up. Imagine in the background we have 3 beautiful sedum autumn joys. And then finally, because I love the carpeting here of all the times, I've bought some more times. In fact, I've bought quite a few. So I have 3 different varieties here. One is a creeping red, and you can see the little flowers on the creeping red. Then we have a creeping lemon, and there's another one which I think is called a variegated something or other. Creeping lemon, creeping red, there we go. This one is a lemon variegated. So I'm going to dot those. Once I've planted all these, I will just fill in with those. Now you may remember that I've said in this area here, it's not the greatest of soil, it's rather poor, but a lot of these plants don't mind that at all. They don't like any fertilisers, any rich soils, such as the sedums. I never water sedums. All my other sedums, never water them. They only get whatever happens in the rain. And then the nepeta, that doesn't want to have rich soil, that doesn't want to be watered excessively. And also all the creeping thymes, so they're quite happy. So the plants that do need a little bit of extra goodness, such as the Loropetalum and my Berberis and a couple of other things, I will add some compost, which I have in a bag. The rest I won't, but then I do plan eventually, when I get round to it, to start emptying my compost bins, and it will all go on this border here to work its way gradually in. So I'm going to put my music on. You can't hear my music because I'll get copyrighted, so I'll play some music for you. We'll speed it up and off we go. It's think it looks beautiful. Richard, what do you think?
That looks very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I've got a little bit more colour. And I've planted lots more creeping thymes, these ones. I like this olive tree in the ground so much better, isn't it?
Yes, dear.
And we've got some red, Rich.
Yes.
We have our apples soon.
Yeah, looking forward to the apple pie.
It's going to be a little mini apple pie, I think. Lovely. So pleased with my new area in the distance. And the fountain has just come on. And I'll just show you that I've planted the disaster plant. The Houttynia. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. It is very pretty. Look how beautiful that is. Let me know in the comments, have you had trouble with this plant? I think it's beautiful, but it can't go any further than that container. And it actually does me a favour because, well, if that fills that container really beautifully all year, then that's good. And this is the ivy topiary in the circles that everyone was doing a couple of years ago. That's mine, still there. And let's go and have one more look at the border, which I think now it kind of looks like it matches a little bit more. Autumn is here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Jeanette, I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener, and I hope wherever you are in the world, you'll have a great week, especially those of my friends down in the Southern Hemisphere, in Australia and the like. Just coming into your spring. How exciting. I bet you can't wait to get out and start your gardening year. Take care, everyone. Bye.